Good evening, everybody. So I think Alice has already prepared the Google form, and I don't know how many so far has responded to it. Alex, did you go through and check it out?
Sir, sir, about 15, sir.
Okay.
Including me, 15.
Okay. Today I think I will also fill it, and then I think maybe by tomorrow you can wait for that. Then you can take the CSV file and you can share it in the group.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us start. Today I will take a theory class.
So we don't have to open the R studio, sir.
You can open it because a few commands I will give to execute sometimes.
Okay, sir.
So, okay. So I am so R plots. R plots is one of the most interesting part of R, and this is one part which is actually not quite nicely present in the other programming languages, and R is known best for its plots. There are some labs they work on any other programming languages, but for the plots they come back to R because R gives the best plots. So I will be taking only the first few parts today for the R plot, and I will tell you the basics how you can give the parameters to the plot so that you can execute. So for first few parameters I will give you today, and this I will continue again on Friday. Okay. So I think everybody has used this the single plot function. So plot function is a generic overloaded function because in the plot there are you can load so many other data to this overloaded function, the output of which depends on the class of the object passed to it as the argument. So within the plot function you can give so many other functions to make this plot look better. That is what I can tell you in a very simple term. So you are all using plot x comma y, plot xy and so on. But if you give further arguments within the plot, you can make this plot even better or even more attractive. Whenever you are doing any projects or writing research papers, please after the results, please use these plots in R. Then you can be able to even discuss your the output also. So that is why the R is so important in this part. Okay. The first parameter which can be taken within R is this type parameter. 1 minute, please hold on 1 minute. The first parameter, as I was telling, that it takes the single character as arguments and control. So suppose you want just the points in your what you call in the plot. So you can just give the expression as P and you will be getting it. Lines you have to type as L and so on. Then if you want B, you will be both the points and the lines you have to type B. O for points over the lines, a type H histograms, and type S for the steps. So these are the several things, and one more is there. If you do not want anything, that is a blank plot, that is no or N. So one more time I will tell you, type P for points, L lines for both points and lines B, then our points over the lines O, histogram H, S for steps, and if you don't want anything, it is N. Okay. Now the X-lim and Y-lim parameters. This is very important. X-lim or limitation factor, limitation function. X-lim or Y-lim control the X-axis and Y-axis range. Range means suppose as I are given X is 1 to 10. So the range you are defining it. So that is what range. So parameter takes the vectors within the two elements, that is C minimum and maximum for the X and Y. So X lim minimum maximum, Y lim minimum maximum, with the two elements representing the maximum and the minimum scale limits. So you can see here below it is given for the first X lim is none. None means if you are not assigning anything, it will take the value according to the plot for values whatever you are given. Other you can see X lim is defined as 0 to 8. So X lim it is given as 0 to 8. Y lim is not defined. So you can see here from 0 to 8 it is there. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you repeat it again, sir?
This limitation, lim functions.
Sir, summarize X lim and Y lim parameters, sir.
Yeah, X lim is like lim, you can keep it like limitation. Limitation in the sense maximum or minimum. So if you are giving, like when you are giving x-axis, x-axis, like if you want to give a range, so for I want x-axis between 1 to 10 and y-axis may be between 1 to 20. So that is the limitation parameter. Minimum, that is 0, maximum it is, say for example 10 for the x-axis. Y-axis minimum is 0 and maximum it is, say for example 20.
Okay.
Like that is only for the x axis and y axis. It has nothing to do with the values. Whatever the values you are plotting inside the graph, it is only for the external part. External means the x axis and the y axis. So as I told you, here it is given as, if it is like you are not giving anything, limitation, nothing, that means you are not defining anything. So it will take according to the values of x and y which you might have given for the plot. Suppose if you are giving x lim is 0 to 8. So you can see here between 0 to 8 it has taken. Y you have not specified it. So why it has not taken. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So you can see the default it is 0 to 12. I won't say it is only default is 0 to 12. It is based on the values of your x and y.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next is X lab and Y lab parameters. So X lab and Y lab define the title of the X axis and the Y axis. So title means suppose you want X axis to be, say for example, fruits. I want in X axis fruits, and Y axis I want what is the amount, that is amount in the sense how much you are taking, say for example kilos. So Y axis you are defining in this manner. The parameters can take a string character. So first it is like default. So default it will directly come as x and y. Nothing will be given specifically. So other in the second you can see x axis you are defined as concentration of any of your like solvents. What is the concentration of your water with added any salt? So the concentration is given in the x axis, y axis it is left as it is. And you can see that x axis is given as blank. Blank means nothing is, so you can see that in this particular x axis is blank, nothing is given in the x axis. But if you are specifying it, yes, tell me. Okay, so x axis you can see here it is given as blank, and y axis it is not defined, so it has taken it. Here you have defined the x x-axis as concentration. Okay, this is take only string characters. So what is string? So the string is any suppose concentration, maybe your name. It is the string value. Okay. So I think you know what is the difference between numeric and string. This is your string, and all these values are your numeric. Like this is a numeric value. Numeric means numbers, string is non-numbers. These are any characters. Okay. Okay. Now you have access and parameters. The access and parameters indicate whether whether it is true, that is right, or not, that is false. All the access and the access title should be plotted respectively. Suppose if you are giving us x x access as t and is t, so it is like giving it in this manner, default. It is default show. If it is given as access as f, so there is no x-axis or y-axis, and you are giving that and is false. And is false means one value, that is one axis, it will not be plotted separately or it will not be given. So one of the x titles is suppressed. So you can see that nothing is given for the x or y. So here it is default, you have given x is written here and the x values are given. Y is written here, the y values are given here. Here it is access is false, means the access is not there. So that x-axis line is missing here, y-axis line is missing here. If and is false, so your x is only missing here, y is only missing there, but the lines are there as it is. Okay. Got it, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is log parameter. Log parameter, as you know, it is the logarithm value. It is taken. So log parameter indicates whether or which axis should be plotted on the logarithm scale. So you are given as x is log is x. So you can see that x value is taken in the logarithmic manner, and this here it is like y is given in the log. So y is given in the logarithm manner, and if you are giving both x and y axis as logarithm, so both are given in the logarithm manner. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This will be little confusing, but once you will be executing it, you will be coming to know. Okay, so plot dimension and the layout parameters. So graphical parameters responsible for controlling the dimension and layout of the graphics can only be set via the par function. That is, par function is given here. 1 minute. Here you have to code it in this manner. Yes. So you have the you can see some of the functions are given here. This is MAI. MAI, it is figure margin 2, OMI figure margin 4. So come here and see what is this OMI. OMI is coming here. Okay, OMI, size of the 4 margins in the lines related to the current font size, inches or whatever as the fraction of the device region dimensions. Okay, so in this way you have to plot it, because these are the functions of the plots. Sorry, dimensions of the plot. Now see here what is MAI. MAI is where, yes, the size of the 4 margins in the inches and lines in the text. Okay. So you have MAI here, then you have fin is here. So what is the fin here? Outer margin. You can see here, fin is here. It is the parameter. So you have to define the weight width and the height. So here almost everything is given here. Some are here. Here it is like again the same are here. MAI, OMI, DIN function. DIN is in the first. That is the dimension. So these are all the various parameters. So you can see this is the DIN. Whatever, yes. DIN, fin and pin stands for the dimension. Fix stands for the figure region. MAI, MAR stands for the size of 4 figure margins. MFG was given here. MFG is not here actually. So I cannot tell you this here because all the functions pictures are not there. M is the position of the currently active figure within the grid of the figures divided either by F col or MF row. So column and row. Again you have this M column and M row. New, it indicates whether to treat the current figure region as a new frame or it is the previous frame. So that is new, false or true. Then you have OMA, OMD and OMI. As I told, it is the 4 outlier margins in the lines of the text. So bottom, left, top and right. Plot is coordinate, that is the plotting regions. PTY is the plotting region within the figures region. And user, that is the coordinates of the plotting region corresponding to the axis limits of the point. So most of them are given in these two figures. So that's for you to understand. Some of the like the figure margins and all I have given for you. Okay. So hopefully this part you are understand. You have understood it to some extent. That because for everything in the figure it is not given, but based on it you can get it like what is it and all, because the description for everything is given here. Okay, next is the axis characteristics. The parameters that provide the finer control of the scale and formatting of the plot axis. Plot axis, as just now you have seen, and an ax. Just now you have seen it, that is high level plotting parameter that specify whether or not the title, that is the main sub or axis, should be plotted. And an function, just now you have seen it here. And then x was here. Yes. And an x parameters. Okay. BTY, that is the single character whose uppercase letter resembles the sides of the box or axis to be included within the process. The thing, this is first when you are defining the x-axis and y-axis, then the differences you are giving as BTY. It will come when you are giving the codes for this for a particular plot. Okay. Now xlab, already you have seen it. Xlab was here. This is your xlab. Define the titles of the x-axis and y-axis. Then you have last function, which is the labels. Labels of the axis, that is labels 0 is parallel to axis, y is horizontal, and 2 is perpendicular, 3 is vertical. So you have last parameter which specifies the style of the axis, stick level, that is 0 for parallel to the axis, 1 for the horizontal, 2 for the perpendicular, and 3 for the vertical. Okay, next is MGP. MGP, that is the distance. TCK, TC1. This one will all understand when you are giving the these codes for the any R function. You will be getting all slowly when you will be using it. So TCK stands for the length of the tick mark as a fraction of the plot dimension. So then you have x a xp y a xp, that is the minimum maximum number of tick marks in the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so similarly again you have this x log and y log xpd. Okay, this is what, again one more here, character expansion parameters. So okay, character size. So character size, as you based on the name, you can understand the what size of the characters within the plot it has to be given. The base of default character size of the text or symbols on a graphic is defined when the one moment. Okay. So base or default character size of the text and symbol on the graphics is defined when the graphics device is initiated. Thereafter, the size of the characters, including symbols, that I will show you in the table, the character size, how it can be given based on the keyboard inputs. Size of the characters, including the symbols, can be controlled by the character expansion parameter, that is a CEX. CEX is here. This is your CEX. Character expansion. The CEX parameter determines the amount by which the character should be magnified, means made more, related to the base character size, and can be set as the agreement to the part function as well as the individual high or low level plotting function. Addition to the overall character expansion parameters, there are also separate character expansion parameters that control the size of the text within each of the major components of a figure related to the sex. 1 minute before that, I will show you this one. This is your parameters, and these are your characters. I will come to this one by one, and these are all the separate characters. Each of symbols you want to give it. So one by one, I will come to this. First, you can take this code and run it and see what you are getting it. Here you are given a default set seat equal to 12. Then you are giving plot for the one norm, that is 501, 501. Here X slab you are specifying as predator, that is in x-axis you will get the predator, y-axis you will get the response. Then sex, that is the character size will be 2. Then sex slab, you can see the character size you are given for the x-axis 3 and the other sex axis 1.5, and BTY the difference. You can just plot it and see how you are getting it. You can write these codes and you can plot it. Remember, this is a first line and this one is a second line, and all this is a single within this all. This is all in a single bracket. Please do it and see it, everybody. CS lab is here. CS lab is axis title, and CS axis is axis tick labels. You will see it once you are doing it, plotting it.
So do we have to write R norm 501 twice?
Yes. Done, everybody?
No, sir. Sir, I'm
So this graph you are getting, everybody? So x-axis, y-axis.
I'm getting errors, sir.
same, sir.
Me too,
Why?
sir. Get
Why? Why error is coming? 1 minute, let me.
Would you like repeat a little bit again, sir?
This plot you are not getting?
no, sir.
Then first did you send this set this working directory in the R? I given the codes for you.
Sir, I have set the working directory, sir, but I'll try again, sir.
Yeah. I'll get it. That is nothing like that. You will not get.
So it's coming invalid value of specified for graphic parameter PT. Why? So should one have the inverted commas?
Hmm? No, both will have inverted commas.
But with inverted commas, it's coming invalid value specified for graphic parameter PTY.
Why?
Yes, sir, I got it, sir.
Okay.
Got it, sir.
So you are getting the this one, this particular plot. All are getting the plot.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sir, the last one, BYT, PTY is equals to, it is 1 or I.
One.
When we are placing 1, it's not coming. When we are placing the this symbol I or
Sir, I'm
chat
not
box,
getting
right?
the exact plot that you have gotten for some reason.
Sorry.
I am not getting the exact plot that you have gotten, sir.
Why?
I got the plot. It's different. Every time I execute a line, it is different.
Sir, I pasted my error on the chat group, sir.
Okay, chat group. 1 minute. Why my phone is hanging? I think that L symbol, that one symbol it is not taking. Make it, change it to L and see it. That is, I think that because it should be 1, because so when I'm putting as 1, it is not taking. BTY, change it to L, small l, and see it. I think that character, it is a character. That's why it is not taking.
Yes, sir, with L it's working.
L is working, it should be 1. That is the problem. Sometimes some of the characters it is not taking as it is. BTY,
Sir,
change
but
it.
why am I getting separate results for each sentence, sir? Like separate plots for each.
Means separate plots. I did not get what is separate plots.
Just hold on, sir. And just turn on the video and I'll just show you.
So what she means to say that every single time we run the program, we are getting different plots.
Means
Sir, so now this is my plot. And
to see it. One moment.
Sir, participants, or just swipe on the screen, sir.
One moment. Yes.
Yeah. So like I will run the first line and I'll get this. Then I'll run a second one and it'll change. Then the third, just it keeps changing like that.
It will keep changing because why you only tell why it is keeping on changing?
That's what said. I'm not trying. I'm unable to get it.
Yeah, the values will be changing based on the 1 minute. The R norm functions you are giving it. 1 minute. Where it is gone? Yeah. So each and every time when you are giving the R norm values, and when you are coming to the set, that is the CX, that is the character codes, it is BTY, it is keeping on increasing. BTY, if it is actually one whenever giving you in the next time, again it is taking the second parameter, second binary code for L. It is not even L. I don't know which character it is taking. 1 minute.
It is taken for me as L, sir.
L, but it is not. It is one actually. That value it is increasing. That is why you are getting the different value whenever you are running it for the second time. CX is fine, and CX lab and all is for BTY, because BTY it is completely changing each and every time. So what is BTY? Go and check it out. That
So
is a
now I'm
single
getting the
character.
same error as Alex when I use L in one instead of L.
Because that is the character actually. That character value every time it is based on the binary codes, and it is increasing. So that is why you are getting the shift in the every time in the plot. In the x-axis, this CX axis, it is axis stick levels. Whenever you are giving the next one also, it is first time it is taking as like CX is 2, that is CX is for the this one, the subsequent characters. CX axis, so tick levels, it is each and every time it is increasing it. CS axis, the between 1.5 till 3 it is fluctuating. It's like the seed, it will be fluctuating between that, and only for 3 times, 3 different it will come. Next, fourth one when you will give it, it will again come back to the normal. The first one.
Sir, I have sent my result in the group. So can you check if it is correct or not?
Yeah. I think maybe second time you have run the function, it is coming like this.
Yes, it was the second time.
Second time, yes. Because these are the values which is not like constant. Whenever you are giving the second time, it will change it. It will change based on the access and the based on the access and the this one plot levels. It will be changing. These are not constant values, because nothing here you have not assigned anything particular in what you call as constants, because you have not defined anything directly as constant. That is why. Okay, everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here this bit value here it is like for me it is what is it is taking, that is because of my that this one code is similar, that is why for me it is one is only taking, for you with that L is coming here, that is why it is given like this bty. So bty here it is taking this character. Okay. Okay, everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, next is the line characteristics. So many of the characteristics of the line are controlled by the arguments of the part function to the high and low level plotting functions. So these are the various line functions. So you can give, this is ity 1, 2, 3 like this. So whenever you are assigning the ity for a particular character, it will be taking it as it is. Okay, and this is based on the thickness or width of the line. So one width, that is 0.5, next it is 0.75, then it is 1 and 2, 4 like that. Okay, so this is yeah, it is L join, the style of the joint between the lines. And this is your L end. L end, like if it is like 2, it will be giving this much particular thickness and so on. So it is based on the endings. So you can see here, if it is 2, then the ending is here. If it is 1, the ending is like this. And 0 means it is, like you can see here, the ending is like little bit oval. Yes, these are the several characters, particularly suppose if you are typing like 19, you will be getting this particular plot, 20, you will be getting this particular dot. Even here, so here it is like I given here like one, if the character is 167, so 160 and this is 7 here, so it will be taking this symbol. So like this, if you are given the character. Like this. So if it is like if I tell as 158, 158, it is 158, there is no character. It will not come, it is blank. So if it is like 201, 201 will be this character like that. Okay, so let us go and plot one more with the PSH function. This is the PSH function here. So PSH, you are specifying this like 16, it is here. So the plotting character PSH can be set with the par function and can also be set as arguments within the individual high and low level plotting function. So you can take this and see here we have given the PCH as 16. Axis is given as F and is given as F. So PCH is 16, that is the circular dot. It will be given this one. This is the circular one. Okay, take it. Give it in your chat box. I have given in your chat box. So x-axis and y-axis is not coming. You can see it. All are getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can change it to TT for this FF and see it. What is the difference you are getting? Is the difference coming? The axis is given as F and is given as F. Change it to T and see what you are getting.
The axis have come, sir.
Has come now? Okay. Change this to PCH to a different one. PCH, if you are changing it to say for example 11, if you see if you are you getting this or not, 11 or 12. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I got an error, sir.
Error.
Yes, sir. I sent in the chat box. Sir.
Error if access. Where it is error?
Sir, in the last second line, when axis I did T, axis is equals to T and then A and N is equals to T, then sir, that time it is showing this error, sir.
Access is T,
Yes,
N is T.
yes, sir.
Why it will be error?
I don't know, sir.
Why it will be error? That will error, we will not get it.
Yes, sir. I changed that F into T and then this error.
Ah,
Yes.
that error you will not get it. Do it again. Still, if you are getting the same error,
Yes, sir. Doing, sir.
okay. Everybody, got everybody? Anybody who after giving T it is coming or not? Did you change it?
Yes, sir, it's coming.
It's coming, no? No, I have to explain you this. I did not tell you this R norm function. R norm function I will tell you now. That is why you are getting the changes. 1 minute. First you do this, I will tell you this R norm function. Okay, fine. Now everybody come here. All have got it? The one which I just now showed you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come here. Actually, I did not tell you this R norm function. R norm, it is the normal distribution. I think in the statistics, if you have come across this. Statistics, there was any normal distribution, Poisson distribution, Poisson distribution and binomial distribution. If you remember in your statistics. Okay, so if this is like random values for your normal distribution. So I given as 101. So first what it will take, 1 minute I will remove it. That means if it should not take the first value. Yeah. So now again if you run second time, so what it is that the difference is increasing by 1. That is what the normal distribution, that is the function of your R norm. So when you are giving this 501, are you seeing the screen or screen of mine? Yes. So when you are giving this 501, first time it is taking this value, second time it will take a different value, third time it will take the different value. That is why you are getting the plot difference because of this R norm function.
So, sir, here I can say that the success and failure related with positive and negative value. Hello?
Positive and negative.
Okay.
Okay, so you can practice this with changing the R norms as well as this one, making the axis T and F and changing this CX value and this PCH value. And you can see the changes, whatever it is coming. Did you all get it? You can change this PCH values and you can see it, how what kind of plot dots you are getting. Did you all understand this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I move ahead? That is why I told these all things you will be seeing in the plots.
Okay, sir.
So if you want this PCH 167, you can you can see this kind of symbols, Greek symbols. This is all the codes I have given to you. Okay. So this is done. So let us move to the next part. So this part everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody who did not understand? Anybody who did not understand? See, here it is plotting based on your normal distribution R norm for 501, and then you are giving the PCH value 16. You can change this PCH value 16 and check it out. Then you have access as F. You can change it to T and check it out. And as F, you can change it to T and check it out. CX equal to 4, you can change it and check it out. Okay. These are the normal basic functions for this particular plot. Okay, so you can do this in your when you are practicing it, changing the values. Okay, there are 25 basic plotting symbols that can be used to define the character PCH. Already I showed you within the many high and low level plotting functions. The number to the left of the symbols is the figure indicated the integer value used as the argument. So this number, this is actually for this one. This one. Okay. In addition to this, standard plotting characters, when used in conjunction with a symbol font face, the PCH parameter can accept any integer between 120, it was 1 to 128, 162, 254 to yield an extended point character set. So you can see here you are given the PCH as 167. font as 5. So you can do it. I will give you this code. Try it. The problem is coming whenever I am making the normal screen, it is going off. Okay. So change this PCH and C. So you should be seeing this particular graph or plot.
So multiple S's, no, sir.
What?
So 167, right? No, sir.
167. I just now is in the PPT I showed you specified that 167. So you can change it and you can see a different picture
Sir,
for this.
for 167, I'm getting double S's.
Double SS. $167. This is the one, no?
So I pasted in the group, sir.
This is one, 167.
So I think this is the table before the update, sir.
Sorry?
I think this is the table before the updated version came out. The updated version of RStudio, sir.
Okay. Oh, that is that possibility is there. You are getting this one. This symbol is where you have to check it out. Actually, this symbol, all the symbols will be present.
So it seems like a new symbol added to the list, sir.
Possible. That's why I'm checking out this symbol is present or not. Everybody is getting the symbol which Alex is getting.
Yes, sir.
All are getting Alex symbol.
Even for me also double S, sir.
Double S, then I think because I am using the old version of RStudio.
Sir, I am getting flower. That's third last.
Just how I am getting. Just how I am getting.
Yes, sir. I too. The
Me
same.
too. 167. This symbol I'm getting.
Only we have got it.
Okay, why Alex? Okay, let me check it where it is. This symbol. I am not finding
big dots. That's all.
Huh?
I'm just getting big dots, sir. Big black dots.
Big black dot will correspond here. This will be corresponding here. Yeah, that is possible because I am not able to see this symbol, Alex. Okay. Because my version of R is 1.4.1.0.
So now
So-
I also got an SS symbol.
Okay. Okay, anyways, good. If you are getting a different part, it is good only. There is nothing wrong. Anyway, you are understanding the codes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you have to find the latest PCH codes in Google for the R version 4.1.0. Sorry, 4.1.2 years. Because since you are not getting from this, because I am not able to see this function here. Okay, let us move on. Okay. All got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us move on. So others can check out the updated PCH characters and check it out if it is matching there or not. Okay. Okay, the PCH parameters can also accept any other keyboard printing characters, that is a letter, number, punctuation, etc. as an argument. So suppose you are giving it as PCHA. PCHA, you will be getting A in your this one R console, sorry, in the graphs. So try it even this one also.
So the plotted points have been replaced with the letter A, sir.
Yes. All will be seeing like this. Okay. Are you all understanding? Is it interesting? Why R is used mainly because of these plots. So however you want, you can play with R based on this plotting functions. Are you all understanding this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great. Let's move on. Okay. So this is done. So upper and lower characters, letters can also be plotted respectively by the predefined letters and small letters and capital letters vectors. Okay, you can check it out. PCH letters 1 to 5, and you can see it. Okay, this one you can take it as your homework to all these codes. Every time it is stopped. Okay. Try to take this. Okay.
So that's the homework, yes?
Yeah, you can this one take some of the plots you can take it as homework. Because if you are understanding it, I can move further. Because for plots there is so much in the plots. Still I have so much. Okay. You can take actually you can take all the functions whichever I have given you the plot functions as homework by changing the parameters. Okay. Yeah, this is one you can also do take it as homework.
Sir, could you
No.
put it on the chat box?
Yeah, 1 minute. Yes, this one you can take it as homework because this is with a different parameter. This is your giving the matrix and you are taking ahead. Okay. This is with the matrix. Okay, next coming to the fonts. The shape of the text characters is controlled by the family, the overall visual appearance of the group of fonts, otherwise known as the typeface, and the font, that is the plain, bold, or italics. The font family supported varies for each graphical device as they do by the names by which they are referred. Different fonts can also be applied to each of the main plotting components, that is your font axis, labels, titles, main, and so on. So these are your several common fonts. So some of the codes are here. You can check it out. This one you do it. This is for the fonts. So you are seeing the A and the specific font. So you can change the font and you can check it out. So you have several fonts here. You can change the fonts and you can check it out how it is coming. Okay. So I will not move further because I don't want you to get confused. So till this part, everybody understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
everybody please practice this. I will be sending these PPTs and you can change the different parameters and do it for everything, even set sheet, whatever I have given you, even set sheet also you change it because that is also a specific function part. You are giving a particular probability and doing it. Change it and see it. If what are the differences you are getting. And I will request for in the homework apply this plots. Okay, in the homework whatever you are given till whatever I have taught you till this fonts, try to incorporate in your homework. But I don't think you will because here I just specified. No, don't include it. Don't include it. Just use. You just change for the different parameters and do it. Okay, for each and every plot. Is it okay for all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just
Yes, sir.
change the different parameters and see it how it is happening because this will be furthermore I have to tell you regarding the various colors, regarding the various other plot like histograms, bar graph and so on. So all you will be doing it slowly. Okay. And so today I will be ending here because otherwise you will get more confused. I don't want that. So again I will continue on Friday with this plots and how you can apply in the data sets. Okay.
Sir, it's saying that Bookman font doesn't exist in the Windows font database. It's saying the Bookman font doesn't exist in the Windows font database.
Bookman doesn't include in the Windows. Possible because some of the fonts will not be available for the Windows. That is true. You can check in your Word document. Word, the fonts will be there. There you can check it out which are the fonts available for Windows and others.
Sir, but in Word it's showing Bookman old style is there.
Then just give that old font, old style and check it out.
Alex, maybe it's not there for the Windows version of R.
That is what I'm telling you. Either because somehow you can check it out which are the fonts available for the Windows. Like that, you can check it in Google. Instead of the fonts whichever I have mentioned here, you can check it out which are the fonts which are available for the Windows. Though it is given.
Bookman old style is also not there, sir.
Not there. Yeah, that's what you can check it out. Because these are the fonts I have given you, you can check it, cross check and see which are the fonts available for the Windows. Because this is general for the art. Because these are the common fonts which is available for both Windows and other versions. And these are some specific fonts. Okay. So you can play with this various plots and check it out.
So now, like how we see in the research papers and all, the colors and all also we can.
Colors also I will tell you. Slowly I will tell you everything, the colors. This just I have given you few parameters. How to plot it. Okay. Now also I have to tell you the colors and all. In research papers you will be seeing so many lines, so many plots. So you should understand what is happening. Right? Then only you can write a research paper. Not only with the statistic parts, but also you have to analyze all the plots. So that is why I am going very slowly, and I want you to practice this part with the various because there are some limitations with my PPT also. Because for me, I am not able to show all the fonts and all. Some of the styles are not available. So it is up to you. You can go back, check in Google and see to it which are the updated fonts available for your R version. What are the updated PCH styles for your R versions. This much you can do it. Okay. And I will be sending you this PPT till part whichever I have done for you today, and you can go and practice it. Okay. You want to ask anything, because this is a very important part, the plots, because maximum your research paper depends on this only. The editors and all will much get attracted if you are giving more and more plots in your research papers. Since one more thing is that you are also doing it in Windows, not in Linux. So some of the plot function maybe, as Alex is telling, sir, this function is not available in Windows. That is also possibility is there. Okay, so you can do this homework also. Any further questions you want to ask to me?
No, sir.
Did you find this interesting to some extent?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then we will wind for today. We'll see again on Friday. So Alex, anyway, I think tomorrow you are sending this CSV file, so others can also do this part.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Everybody has filled that form, Google form.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So I will wind up here, and see you then. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.